Succeeding, failing, learning, or not are all part of the same system. Hey everyone, Dr. Jones here with another one of your weekly messages. And this week, I want to talk about the idea of failing and succeeding and how closely the two of them are actually related in both outcomes and fuel for moving forward. Think about it. How many times have you failed and you didn't expect to? Well, that's completely natural, but also think about how many times you've succeeded when you didn't think you would or expect to. And if you look back at those, it's all tied to the steps you took in getting there. If you're looking to do well at a job and succeed at a job or attain a goal, well, you take certain steps to get there. You plan them out and you follow them, and hopefully in the end, you succeed. If not, you can typically look back and see where you fell short. And that right there is the key to how we get better and how these two are so closely related. So when you fail at something or when you fall short or when you lose, do you sit and reflect at what went wrong and how you could have done better or how you could have turned that around and been successful? Or the most important aspect, how moving forward you can be successful based on recognizing and owning the mistakes you made along the way. Now, think about when you succeed. Much different feeling, right? When you succeed or win, you're happy and you move on and you go to the next goal or you go to the next thing that you want to go on to. Unfortunately, how often do we fail to reflect on why we succeeded and use that as a lesson to move forward, much like we would use the lesson of where we fell short to move forward and do better? Now think about if you use the lessons of how you succeeded to repeat them and move forward and do better, how much more you could be successful or how much more you could win. See, it's all tied to that one idea. And this is what I'd like you to focus on, reflecting. How often do you actually reflect after a win or a loss, a success or a failure, and identify the things that worked or didn't to fix them or expand on them to move forward? No matter what you do, whether you win, lose, or whether you fall somewhere in the middle, you need to reflect on moving forward. It's quite often overlooked. Often when we fail, we say, oh, this happened or that happened. We point fingers, maybe we blame, but we skip that reflection part, maybe because it's a little too raw or because we're too sad. And when we win, we're too glad and it's too much celebration to think about it as well. Reflect. That is the most important thing you can do no matter what it is. So set some time aside, whether it's every morning, whether it's every evening, and think about, and I'm a big proponent of journaling, think about and write down or reflect on what worked for you that day, what you achieved that day, or what you didn't. And then think about how you're going to move forward the next day, or that day if it's in the morning, or what you're going to fix moving forward. Well, that's all I've got for this week's message. It's about reflecting, it's about journaling, it's about focusing on those small steps that then become habits so that you can keep doing them, reflect on them more, and take more off your plate so that you can actually focus on getting better and learning, whether you have won or lost, succeeded or failed. Thanks for taking the time. I never take it for granted. I appreciate you listening. And remember, as always, be purposeful, act with integrity, and continue to build your character. Have a great week.